Welcome to the Institute of Sports online at the primary schools Netball and Football Championship Grand Finale. On the court right now in the third place playoff is Corinaldi up against White Horses. And White Horses in the blue in the third place playoff, and Corinaldi in the pink. I don't know if you want to call it pink though. But to give it a starting 7 for Corinaldi. And the captain and the goal attack Sadler. Henderson, centre. Walters, wing defence. Bailey, goal defence. And Osborne, goalkeeper. For White Horses, Bennett, the goal shooter. You have High View, the goal attack. You have Lewis, the wing attack. Ingram, the centre. Hay, the wing defender. James, who is the captain, the goal defender. And also Forbes, the goalkeeper. In the hands of the captain, Sadler. The two umpires on hand is Jasmine Fullwood. Just made the call a short while ago, and Mrs. Walker on the other end of the court. Contact called. Corinaldi's possession in mid-court. Remember, someone can correct me if it's pink or not.
Fuchsia.
Or fuchsia.
Another.
The goal defender, Les Bailey, finding Little. Lobs it in mid-court. Walters, a very aggressive player, switching just outside the shooting circle. Well, Sean Grant in the house. Trishana McGowan will be passing through every now and again. Don't know what she's doing in this neck of the woods in Discovery Bay in St. Anne.
Enjoying netball and football at the development stage.
Sadler finding her centre Henderson. Out of the shooting circle, trying to switch, bounce past this a little. It will be Corinaldi's possession. We see the umpire Fullwood making the call. Little contact call just outside the shooting circle. Ball lobbed inside, looking for the hands of Sadler, the captain. Ball tipped away. Corinaldi's ball. Oh, turnover though. Poor hand from Kyla Little in the wing attack position for Corinaldi. Has given it away. Henderson with a steal.
Poor passes, I think, for both teams, and especially with the conditions being so windy. It's really not of any help to both. I think they have to now focus on some chest passes, so hopefully the coaches will give that indication soon.
Well, the coach Francis of White Horses and Corinaldi's car, Omri Carr, who's known in netball circles. So penalty awarded to Corinaldi, who's having the better of play. Lob in the hands of Sadler, the captain. Rebounded by Grant. Mere contact and a penalty to Corinaldi. Umpire Fullwood makes the call. Grant being given some instructions from the coaching staff led by Coach Carr, telling her to relax. Our steal, brilliant steal that was from the wing defender Hay of White Horses. However, in mid-court though, Corinaldi having the better of play, having the height advantage and utilizing to the best of their play. The center, Ingram. Oh, good defensive work. I thought though, yes, it goes the other way. Osborne, the goalkeeper for Corinaldi, aggressive inside of the shooting circle.
I think the goal shooter for White Horse needs to come forward, because the height of the goalkeeper once elevated for Corinaldi is really working in our favor. So it's not a case where they're not getting the ball for the blue team, if that's what you're seeing, which is White Horse out in the eastern parish, but more so the placement of the goal shooter.
Goal defender Bailey. Finding the hands of Captain Sadler in the hands now. Little lobbing, looking for Grant. Coming forward though, that pass was put more so behind her as she came forward to accept.
Both coaches urging their teams, to settle down. I think they're playing a bit too fast, and as such, the passes are not coming together. And and as fluent as they would have wanted. And like I said, the conditions are very windy. If you're any or would have played the sport, man or woman, you know that the passes do factor in based on the conditions. You love the sport, Sean.
Yes, I do love this sport.
So you
though.
know that the windy conditions.
It's an outdoor sport. Well, in Jamaica, it's an outdoor sport.
Right. So some focus on chest passes, bounce passes, and that's guess what? They know that from at this early stage.
Yeah, I think so. I think good move from Sadler. Give and go coming inside. But the pass for Grant was not the greatest at all.
No, and the shooter was also planted, so caught flat-footed, I think.
Dynamo Ingram with the center for White Horses. Down court. Oh, can't. And that's has to be an offside. Going over the two transverse lines seen by umpire.
Yeah, a
Mrs.
very
Walker.
small wing attack for White Horse. Like I said,
That's
based
Lewis.
on their height, based on the height of the players of White Horse versus Corinaldi, they really have to be in front, position in front, and try to get the ball that way. Because once you lift the ball for overhead passes, the height of the Corinaldi players put them in advantage.
Well, Sadler collecting and scoring. Grant took that shot, but it was way over the rim. Went in the hands of Sadler, who connected for Corinaldi. Center pass. Oh, stolen, brilliantly done by Bailey, the goal defender for Corinaldi. Bailey wants it back between two defenders. Done excellent, but she has given it away. It's the hay of White Horses. Substruction called. Will be White Horses ball. In midcourt, finding the center, Ingram, you're saying. Another turnover though, and I see the face of the coach.
Yeah,
Francis.
but I saw what the intention was from the center circle. And good run initially by the goal attack, just not having the height and the capabilities to get that pass.
Well, that's Highview. That's her name, Highview. And that's a goal attack for White Horses. And she has led the team all season in terms of scoring. They lost in the semi-final though to St. Patrick's. Through the hands of the wing attack Little. Recovered by Sadler, the captain. Another turnover. Let's go the other way. Corinaldi with the movement done by Bailey, but a steal brilliantly done by the goal defender James. He was the captain of White Horses. Oh, aggressive play by the goal shooter. That's Bennett. Obstruction will be called against Osborne, the goalkeeper. Standing a bit too close in defense, so she has to now stand beside her. Penalty awarded for White Horses. Highview takes it and scores. So Corinaldi's center pass. First quarter of action. 7.5 minutes per quarter. Through the hands, though, of Bennett, the goal shooter. Was wearing a wristband. Oh, almost a steal. Did I say almost? Ingram with a steal, lobbing to our goal shooter, Bennett. And a goal attack. Highview is there. The aggression is shown. Oh, beautifully done by Highview. Zanalia Highview. Nothing but the net. So you see them switch right around end of the first quarter. And there's no break. They'll switch around. And now we're in the second quarter. So in the second quarter, Corinaldi leading 4. Oh, going for the steal was Bailey, the left outstretched arm, but contact called. And High View with the ball for White Horses. Steps forward with a penalty. It's another penalty awarded. Off the ball contact. Bennett will take it for White Horses and scores. So 4-3.
So like the coaches have been asking the girls to settle, and I think they're now settling as they lift the tempo for this half.
Oh, steal. Almost a steal from James, the captain of White Horses. But it will be Corinaldi's ball. They lead by 1 goal in the second quarter. Grant takes a long-range effort, hits the rim, but I think, though, it came off the hand of Sadler. And Mrs. Walker, who is the umpire, has agreed with my thoughts. Contact. It will be White Horse's ball. And Henderson has to stand while the pass is being made. Ingram. Oh, brilliantly done by Ingram in the hands of Bennett.
Step in from the goal shooter, but really good pass and see from the center.
Goal defender Bailey for Corinaldi. Stolen again. The wing defender Hay. We said before, I like the center Ingram. The intention is there, but there's a wayward pass from her.
The pass, like I said, the intention was good. I think it's more so her teammates not being prepared to receive them.
Well, let's see. White Horse is back in possession with Ingram, who is a maestro, finding the hands of Bennett. Recovers, but has given it away. Corinaldi in mid-court. Henderson. Little. And another turnover, though. Pass could not be handled by Little. Oh, again, we see Ingram changing from right to left, and the goal shooter, Bennett, was switching to the left, not realizing the pass was going to be made to the right. Everybody was going left.
Like I said, I think she has the eye for it, but because they're also playing very fast, she's not able to and her, as well as her teammates, to settle into receiving and her making the pass as well.
Oh, almost gave it away. There was Sadler, the goal attack, wanted a give and go, working with her center, Henderson. But they have gotten it back. But Sadler looked frustrated. 4-3 is the scoreline. Can increase the lead. And hits the rim. Goes right back to White Horses. In mid-court through their wing defender Hay. Switching from left to right. The dynamo, a diminutive Lewis in the wing attack. Bibb. And pass this to High View. High View lines up to take a shot one-handed. Oh, that was too heavy. And it went over the rim, bounced in the touch of throwing. This to Corinaldi. They lead by 1. And watching second quarter play, Institute of Sports, All Ireland Primary School Netball. Third place playoff between Corinaldi and the White Horses. Contact call though. With the
Stepping there from the goal attack, Corinaldi.
Contact. Swalker wanting that out. Swalker, who organizes the high school netball competition, affiliated to teaches at St. Catherine, though. No, she's still there. She says that she's retired, but she's there every day.
The love for sports and the love for children, I think, keeps a lot of our physical education teachers around.
I don't think she's
longer
retired.
than expected.
I don't think she's retired.
Jennifer Brown, Shaggy, known in the netball circles, was a.
Before we get to that, that's a brilliant pass inside. Looking for Grant to answer. Passing back outside, back inside to Grant. Taken away. Good defensive work. This by James, the captain of White Horses. You're saying about Shaggy?
A brilliant sports master throughout her decades at St. Andrew High School for girls.
Locks. I love how you guys pronounce that.
I know you do. You know, so like I said, and she still gives an eye. They love it. And like I said, it's what sports is lovely. How can you walk away from it?
Let me not. Well, these ladies are not walking away, leading by 1 in this second quarter. Steal. Very good work there from the goal defender, James. Put it pass inside. James, once again, looking for the movement inside the shooting circle over everyone, but not beating the young lady High View, who connects. It's 4 apiece in this second quarter.
Yeah, what a way to rally back. Corinaldi, again, like I said, just not getting everything together like they did in the first half, but still some time to go.
Oh, a steal mid-court done by Sadler. Or is she stepping and gave it away? She's not looking too happy though. Sadler, the captain of Corinaldi. Another steal inside by Bailey of Corinaldi. Mid-court. Reap stepping again. As I said, Sadler losing her concentration. Bounce pass inside. This to Bennett of White Horses. Takes a shot. I think, though, that was a contact as she was taking the shot. I think a penalty would be awarded to White Horses. The score is tied at 4 apiece in the second quarter. Oh, hits the back of the rim. Rebounded by the goal defender, Bailey. But they've given it right back over to White Horses captain, James. Just outside the shooting circle. Lobbing, finding Highview, cutting to the right. Highview takes a shot and connects. Does it count? Yes, it should. 5-4.
Good work we're seeing from the center. Like I said, she has been really integral for the team from the eastern end. Goal attack, very short, but her movements are timely.
Can be handled by the captain, Sadler. Bounce pass inside the shooting circle, finding Bennett once again. Takes a shot, hits the rim, tipped away back in the hands of Bennett. Thought he bounced on the line, bounced outside though. But the umpire Footwood made the call. She correct. Sadler stepping. Another turnover for Corinaldi. They lost 1 match in the season, and that was the third place playoff. They don't want to lose a second. For the last time the competition was played, 2019-2020. Oh, almost a steal. Did I say almost? Brilliant move there by Forbes of White Horses. However, they've given it right back to Corinaldi. Cutting inside, collecting his Sadler. Takes a shot, hits the back of the rim. Off the hands of Grant. It goes the other way.
Disappointing, I'm sure. Her second half of the game not going very well, and I think she's just a little bit flustered and need to settle back down and see how much she can get Corinaldi back into the game. Nevertheless, White Horse been putting on the pressure through their center and goal attack, and it's paying off so far, but a turnover. Not
paying off with that play, but they've gotten it back in mid-court. Obstruction will be called against Sadler. Sadler has to stand beside the young lady. Lewis. Bounce pass to no one. And she was expecting the two attackers who were north and south to cut inside.
It has worked for them, so I'm sure. She has made the pass several times, and it has worked. So looking for that again, but we're not prepared.
Well, James with the pass a short while ago was looking for Highview, who is diminutive, but I thought it was a right pass, right weight, right measurement. But guess what? That's how the cookie crumbles. Your thoughts of the first half just concluded?
I think once we saw both teams being settled, we saw a bit more free-flowing. Still not going as smoothly, but I'm pretty sure the coaches, especially of White Horse, will be a little bit more pleased to see that his team is back in the game after being down 4-2.
Well, guess what? That's the end of the first half. 5-4 unofficial time, I may add. Unofficial score, not time. The unofficial score, I may add. We'll get the official score. We come back for the third quarter. But what we have here is Corinaldi. They're down by 1 because White Horses, they're leading by 5-4. The start of the third quarter, 5-4. The lead by White Horses in the blue over Corinaldi in the fuchsia. The change is made though. Playing the goal attack position is Bailey, who started at goal defender. Can't make in that shot. Sadler, who started at goal attack, now playing the goal shooter position. There is Sadler. Wow. Coming off the left hand of Bailey, a turnover. At the end of the first quarter, it was 4-2. Corinaldi, they led. End of the second half, or the first half of the second quarter, was 4-5. So Corinaldi did not score a goal in that second quarter, after leading 4-2 at the end of the first. White Horses through Ingram. Looking for their goal shooter. Bennett, low inside. Coming off the post though. Ball still in play. The ball did not go outside. They lost concentration. They thought because it hit the post, the ball went outside. No, it did not. So the ball was still live. Corinaldi trailing by 1 in this third quarter. Inside to Sadler. Lobbing, looking for her goal attack. Bailey. But it should be White Horse's ball. And umpire Fullwood is making the call. Deflected outside, should be Corinaldi's ball. Bailey with the throwing. To the center Brown, the new center Brown, who did not play in the first 2 quarters. Now she's on the court. Contact call just outside the shooting circle. Or inside the shooting circle. I thought it was outside. Adjustment made by the umpire Fullwood. Sadler looking for Bailey though. Aggressive movement made inside of the shooting circle. Bailey lines up, takes a shot and connects. It's a 5 apiece. Five in this third quarter. Ball out in the hands of Bailey. Switching outside the shooting circle, back inside. In the hands of Sadler. Takes a shot. Tipped away though. I think it came off White Horses. Yes, it did. So Corinaldi's ball. Passing outside the shooting circle, back inside. Chest passing between the two players. And they're playing around though. She could have easily taken that ball, turn around and take a shot. That was too many passes from Bailey. But now she gets it back for Corinaldi. And Sadler could not hold on to that pass, as frustration is showing on the face of Sadler. Another steal. Poor outlet. Then inside to Bailey. Bailey takes a shot. Too much on that. Penalty awarded inside of the shooting circle. Sadler takes it. Again, too much on that again. And the ball coming off the left hand of Bailey goes outside. Should be White Horse's ball though. I thought it was. Wow. Maybe. I'm seeing doubles. In the meantime, play continues. Sadler. Shove a pass inside to Bailey. Between the two defenders and she connects. 6-5. Corinaldi they lead. Ingram with the center pass. Back to Ingram outside the shooting circle. Looking for the young lady. High view. And connecting. So 6 apiece.
Jaylene has really been, like I said, crucial part of the score being so close. White Horse rallying back. Let's just see if they can go ahead.
Bennett. Contact will be called inside. Goalkeeper Osborne and beside Bennett. Looking at the movement of Highview. So penalty awarded. Another contact being called. Goal defender Henderson, who started at center, created the contact. Well, that was a missed penalty, but I thought she stepped outside. Yes, she did. So said Mrs. Walker. So White Horses possession. Inside to High View once again under the rim. Hits the rim twice. Rebounded and collected. Very good work by Bennett. Back to High View, who takes a shot. It's the rim twice. This time going in. 7-6. That's the lead for White Horses over Corinaldi. And just a reminder, the unofficial score. In the meantime, in the hands of Sadler outside the shooting circle. She wants it back. She gets it back. Contact inside. Oh, she took 2 steps instead of 1. Takes a shot and hits. 7 apiece.
Good shooting. Let us see. The rain, I think, might play a part in maybe the game being paused if it's not up to close as yet.
Sadler looking for Bailey under the rim. Bailey connects between the 2 defenders, but almost stolen by the goalkeeper Forbes. Now she gets the ball to drop. That's Sadler. So 8-7. Corinaldi their lead. Are you afraid of water, Trish?
If I am? Yeah. Rainwater.
Rainwater, okay. So I guess you disappear very soon.
Oh yes, and so will the netballers, because netball cannot be played on wet court.
Well, in the meantime, remember there's a lot of activities going on. Third place playoff with football going on. We're going to join that very soon. And netball going on. It's a grand finale. Third place happening between the 2 teams. So the rain is getting heavier. 8-7. This can be 8-all. No, hits the back of the rim. That shot from High View. We're hoping, though, the cloud with this shower of rain disappears quickly.
Substitution for Holland Primary. Number 6.
So this is third quarter action. And the umpires are putting on their gear. Play continues. 8-7 is a lead for Corinaldi over White Horses. Unofficial score. Ball lobbed inside the shooting circle, but very good defensive work from Corinaldi's goal defender. That's Henderson. White Horses through Ingram once again, lobbing, looking for her goal attack. High View, who could not hold on. In the meantime, Corinaldi almost gave it away. Caught stepping. Brown in the center position. This for Corinaldi. Ingram lobbing it, looking for High View as the rain gets heavier. And I think, though, that the game will be called off now. Welcome back here at Discovery Bay Community Centre. This for the Institute of Sports All Island Primary Schools Netball and Football finale. The third place playoff between Corinaldi and White Horses. 8-7 is a score. Corinaldi, they lead by 1 goal. A rain interruption a short while ago. And just a minute to go to complete the third quarter. 7.5 minutes per quarter. And you see at the third quarter they'll switch. So she didn't realize though she was at the wrong end of the court.
You're not concentrating on the wrong side.
She didn't realize it was the wrong end of the court. So offside called. So it will be White Horses a turnover
Mark up.
by the Corinaldi team. She lost concentration a short while ago.
Hey, all right, you're back.
Long throw in the hands of the goal attack. Highview could not hold on. So another turnover, Corinaldi. They've given it right back over to Ingram. Oh, brilliant steal. This the goal defender. Next to be Bailey back in her original position. Started out as the goal defender, was switched up front to the goal attack. End of the third quarter. 8-7 is a score. Corinaldi, they lead over White Horses. So just one more quarter to go to complete the third place playoff between these two teams. A tight contest between the two. Bailey back as a goal defender. Original goal shooter Grant back on the court. And the goal attack Sadler. She's back in that position. So switched in the third quarter as a goal shooter. This for Corinaldi. The wing attack also back. A wing defender actually. Walters for Corinaldi. And the wing attack. Little the court. The center. Where Corinaldi gave it away. Highview could not handle that pass and gave it right back to Corinaldi, who leads by 1 goal. Start of the fourth quarter. Little having possession for Corinaldi. Looking for goal attack. Sadler cutting inside the shooting circle. Going for a long range effort. It's a rim rebounded by the goal defender. That's James, who is the captain of the White Horses team. The little wing attack. Lewis gave it away, called for stepping. Corinaldi back in possession. Little, the wing attack. Tipped outside of the hands of Ingram, who plays the center for White Horses. Left outstretched hand. Little cutting inside. So White Horses. White Horses ball. Forbes. Oh, poor communication. The goal shooter Grant looking for Little outside the shooting circle. Sadler finding Grant. One-time effort, hits the rim and rebounded by Sadler using her height to her advantage and connecting. 9-7 is the score. Corinaldi over White Horses in this fourth quarter. This is the third place playoff. Well, the find in the hands of Highview. A 2-goal deficit. Can't answer. Highview gets it back for White Horses. Bounce pass inside. This to her shooter. Bennett takes it. Oh, rebounded outside the shooting circle. The White Horses come up with it. Back to Highview. Outside. She wants to set, but it's stolen by Bailey, the goal defender for Corinaldi. Through the hands of Sadler. Oh, aggressive play by Sadler though. Aggressive play by Sadler. Contact will be called against her, using the right forearm to push off her defender. Seen by umpire Walker. Ingram, the maestro in mid-court for White Horses. Looking back for Ingram, can't hold on to that pass. Little was harassed. Was clobbered from behind, you may say. Contact called. Little for Corinaldi. Back to her center, who can't hold on. fourth quarter winding now. 9-7 is the score. Corinaldi, they lead. A 2-goal advantage. Little. Off the hands of Little. White Horses. Here with the pass, finding Ingram. Lobbing inside the shooting circle to Highview. Takes a shot and it rolls in. So 9-8. They cut the deficit by 1. Corinaldi, they lead. Sadler going for the pass. Shove a pass to Little. She wants it back. Sadler gets it back. Back outside to Little. Lobbing inside to Sadler. And again, Sadler being very aggressive after losing the possession. High view for the team from the east. Looking for a goal shooter, Bennett, who could not handle that pass. They're trailing by 1 in this fourth quarter. Bailey, a steal from Ingram. And giving it away right back over to Corinaldi. They lead by 1. 9-8 is the score in this fourth and final quarter. Institute of Sports, All Ireland, the primary school, netball third place playoff. Team from the west, Corinaldi. Team from the east, White Horses. Little for Corinaldi to Grant. Turns around, going for a long range effort, but in the hands of Sadler under the rim, who takes a shove. And I told you before, she was playing extremely aggressive. Sadler has been summoned by the umpire, Walker. As she shoved the chest of the defender for White Horses. She has been aggressive for the last 5 minutes of play. Her forearm hitting players and then shoving the chest of the player. And they're leading by 1. 9-8 is the score. Oh, the Dynamo wing attack. Lewis looking for Ingram. Ingram lobbing it side. This the Highview. Highview gets it on the bounce. Nokias, but she gets it back. Highview trying to level proceedings for White Horses. And the ball, I thought, came off the left arm of Bennett, her teammate. Yes, it was a Corinaldi's ball. Little, Corinaldi. Fighting Bailey, back to Little. Can't step over the transverse line. If she did, it would be offside. Inside to Grant. Oh, but a lot of obstruction we call goal shooter. So she has to stand beside the goalkeeper. Adjustment was made by the coach, Francis of White Horses. Contact will go the other way. Goes the other way. To be White Horses ball. And the contact on Ingram. So 9-8 is a score. Ingram lobbing it inside the shooting circle through the hands of Bennett. And another turnover. Corinaldi, they have possession with a 1-goal lead in this fourth quarter. I'm looking at the time, at the timer, who has the stopwatch in her hand. Sadler, Little, stepping. So turnover. A steal by Little of Corinaldi. Looking for Grant. Called for contact. Going over the back. So White Horses again. And Grant has to stand beside her. And I think it went over two. It should be an offside. Went over the two transverse lines. So it should go back to Corinaldi. It's a turnover. You can't pass from one end to the next. From one attacking third to the next third. Little. Finding Sadler. Then to grab. Grant with a shot, long range effort and connecting. 10-8 is the unofficial score. This for Corinaldi. Ingram. To her wing defender. Little with the contact. Ball lobbed inside the shooting circle, but only to find Bailey in defense for Corinaldi. Time is winding down. Third place playoff. White Horses, they placed fourth the last time on 2019-2020. And if the score stays like this, or the advantage, they'll finish fourth once again. Grant with another long range effort and connects. Nothing but the net. 11-8, extending the lead in the third place playoff. Little looking back for Grant. Finding the moving Sadler, collecting, taking the shot, hits the rim and going in. 12-8, lead now by 4. Contact call on Ingram, the center. Finding high view to the right of the rim. She takes a shot. Deflection there in defense. Right, bounces into touch, a throwing. They're in there attacking third. That's a steal, giving possession away. Corinaldi, they have it. Feeling the breeze, light breeze blowing over the grounds here. Discovery Bay Community Center. Right on the main. Sadler looking back for Little. Looking back for Sadler on her left leg. She's thinking of firing a long range effort that she has. Hits the rim twice, but rebounded by Grant. Off balance, she stepped outside. So it will be White Horses ball. So ball in the hands. White Horses. Oh, Bailey coming forward in defense for Corinaldi. She has been brilliant in their defensive third. Sadler looking for Little. She finds Little. But she should have used her left hand though, but she used her right and had to spin. But a contact is called and they've won it back. Sadler, no look pass looking for Grant. Getting the better of her defender. Nothing but the net. You can say they're on their way home, because the timer has walked around to the umpire, and that's a final whistle. Unofficial score, 13-8 victory for Corinaldi over White Horses. This in the third place playoff of the Institute of Sports All Ireland Primary School Netball third place matchup. We'll be back for the final grand finale in a short while.